Hi, it's Alexis. My job is to help you get back with your ex. I'm a relationship counselor, and in this video, I'm gonna help you be a fighter. Right now, you're fighting to get back with your ex. You're fighting to get their attention. You're fighting to find the right message, the right words, the right things to tell them so they change their mind, right? What I want you to do is to be a fighter who would actually be creating the condition for your ex to fight. That's what we're going to do. If you follow what I'm going to tell you in this video, your ex will fight to get back to you. I'll explain everything after the jingle. It's basically what I do with my clients, more or less. So it's very important. If you feel that you're struggling, if you feel that whatever you do is not working, watch this video. I think it's going to help you right away.
IGetMyExBack.com. Everyone deserves a second chance.
As you know, I love to introduce some either business psychology or general psychology concept on this channel. And on this one, I want to explain you the perception of value. And I'm using casino versus work. The money we get when we earn something at the casino versus the money we earn when we have, making a hard job, whatever. So let's say, how would you feel when you make $1,000 at the casino versus $1,000 that you make, I don't know, working for 1, 2 weeks, 3 weeks? And if I steal those $1,000, I'm pretty sure that if I steal those $1,000 from the casino, the feeling that you'll have would be different than if I steal the money you get from your work. No wonder why the casino are so rich is because people, when they make money at the casino, because they feel they don't really value it as much as earning money from your work, they will spend it either in the casino or again spending it at the casino. I don't know a lot of people who would put their earnings from the casino in savings, right? And it's not the same relationship that we have with money. However, it's still $1,000. So we might be thinking it's the same value. No, because there's an emotional aspect. There's the effort, the pain that we endure to earn those $1,000. Love is the same. We don't appreciate what is easy. And in a way, that's why we love our kids so much, because they are a pain in the ass. They give us hard work. That's why we love them. If it was too easy, I'm pretty sure we wouldn't love them that much. Very important concept to understand because it will help you to understand the rest of the video. Now, it's very important for you to show what you stand for. So important. This is what I want. This is what I don't want. These are my boundaries. I'm not gonna compromise on that. I can't accept that. I'm willing to do this, but I'm not willing to do that. Be clear on your boundaries. I accept that you tell me this, but I don't accept that you tell me this. It's very important. There's a lot of misconception as well in couple counseling where people think a relationship is compromise and therefore I need to say amen to everything my ex says. And therefore I put myself in a situation of the yes man, the yes woman, being the people pleaser. I've been like that for years. Thinking that if I want my partner to be happy, I just need to do yes to whatever she says. I just need to be on her side. I just need to be always yes. The problem when you do that is that you tend to live the life of someone who is a stranger. You also tend to show your partner that you, in a way, don't have a lot of self-respect. And even though your partner or your ex might have feelings for you or love you, people will have a tendency to use that or to feel frustrated. It's very difficult. Now I know, as a matter of fact, with my wife, I do that. Because when you say no, when you say, I have my opinion, this is how you build something. right? This is how you have those discussions. This is how you exchange your point of views. This is how you gain respect. This is how you increase your value, right? I know my worth. I know these are my values, and I don't compromise on that. Because otherwise, if I do, I don't have any self-respect. I don't have any sort of strength and sort of vision about my life. And I don't want to be that person. I don't want to be someone that I'm not comfortable with. It's very important. In daily life, there's the I'm making you dinner, are you going to thank me type of thing. So very frequently, and I say that example quite a lot with my clients, especially when I do couple counseling. In the workplace, people are usually really good at providing feedback. And the rule in management books is you give 5 positive feedback for 1 constructive feedback. In personal life, I don't know why, but it's very interesting. We give 5 constructive feedbacks for 1 positive feedback. We take that everything is so granted. Is that a word? As we take our partner for granted, and we feel that the new normal, everything they do for us is the new normal, we tend not to thank them. They're making dinner at night, you don't thank them. You go and you're invited at a friend's place, they make you dinner, you'll be, oh, thank you so much for inviting us, it was amazing, thank you so much. Right? It's crazy. I don't know, you do the dishes and stuff like that. Nobody would thank you. There's a few people thanking their partner because they did the dishes. You go at your friend's place, you do the dishes. Trust me, they'll thank you. They'll say, oh, thank you so much. No, don't do it. Thank you, I'm feeling embarrassed. Okay? So it's very important for you to understand what you accept, what you don't accept. If you don't respect what I do, you're going to get your dinner from Deliveroo, right? From Just Eat or whatever. Very important to understand what you stand for. Quick thing. You're watching this video, which is good because you're learning. I want you to sort of enhance your learning experience. It's this new concept that I came up with. The idea is to really, because it's kind of a puzzle, the situation you're in, how you can ensure that you have all the pieces of the puzzle. How can you ensure that you do everything that you can to maximize your chances to get back with your ex. So learning is amazing. There's another aspect of learning is to understand whether you have any chance to get back with your ex, because it will determine whether your ladder is leaning against the right wall or not, because you can be climbing a ladder of learning and growing, and actually the ladder is leading nowhere. So take the quiz, if it makes sense. Take the quiz that I put together for you to know if you have any chance to get back with your ex. The link is in the description. And the last one, which I think is the most important one, or the coolest one, is whenever you have a question, whenever you read something, whenever you listen to something, sometimes we are a bit like, okay, I'd like to ask a question to that person because I find it interesting, but you can't. Like, you're watching a TED Talk, how can you speak with the guy on the TED Talk? You're watching, I don't know, an interview of someone, I want to interact with that person. You can do that with me. You can send me a WhatsApp. How cool is that? So there's a link in the first comment. You just click on the link and you get access to me directly on WhatsApp. You don't have to do anything, basically. You just need to have WhatsApp. And you can ask me as many questions as you like. I don't check WhatsApp 24/7, but I will get back to you as soon as I'm free, because I'm recording videos, I'm having a lot of client consultations, but I get back to you. But the idea is to, if you have watched the video and want to ask questions about the video, if you want to just thank me, because a lot of people, they send me WhatsApp to thank me for the help I'm providing and stuff like that. Don't hesitate. I like it as well. But yeah, it's really about how you can enhance the learning experience, the growth experience that you have watching this video. Link is in the first comment and also in the description. Looking forward to chatting with you, by the way. So, what is the message you send to your ex? It's very important. How do you come across? If you're not sure about your boundaries, think of it, because it's an extreme example, and that's what it's a coaching technique, is to really project you and visualize you with extreme cases. What would Natalie Portman, I chose. Natalie Portman was dating your guy. What would she say if he says that to you? What would she do if he does that to her? If you're a guy, you use the Tom Cruise. What if Tom Cruise was dating your girlfriend? Would he accept that she says that? Would it be okay that she treats him like this? And of course you'd be like, but I'm not that person, I'm not famous, I'm not that handsome, I don't go to events and stuff like that. But you have to understand, that's the next slide, in a way, I think people, stars, they have a talent, but in a way, there's a lot of people with talent, but the way they behave is also a critical factor of their success. The way they behaved made them successful because they knew what they wanted. You can read a lot of biography of very successful people, not only movie stars. So first they have a vision. They know where they want to go. And because they know where they want to go, they're obsessed by this idea. There are so many things that they don't compromise on. And they're not wasting time battling or compromising. They know what they want. Okay? And in a group setting, we mock, we use the weakest. It's our nature. It's our human nature. We will always, consciously, unconsciously, with people we hate, with people we love, we will always look at the weaknesses in people, in a way. Especially when we build relationship with someone, unconsciously, we will always try to look at the weakness. It's kind of you're in a matrix where you are treated as you see yourself. It's very important, this one. You are treated the way you see yourself. It's not about your core personality. It's not about your talent. It's what you project. Give you an example, 3 examples, and then probably you're going to recognize yourself. I get cheated all the time. Men sleep with me and leave me. I attract narcissist people. The idea of this is not to put the blame on you. The idea of explaining this is to let you understand that by accepting things, that by compromising, that by trying hard to please people, you sometimes attract what you fear the most. I get cheated all the time. Why some people always end up with people who cheat on them? And why some people never got cheated on? There is a reason for that. So in a way, you bear a little bit of responsibility for the way people treat you. You have the ability, you have the responsibility to tell them stop. You have, if you're dating a narcissistic person, an NPD, you have the ability to say, I'm done with that, I'm not playing games. Of course, for me as a therapist, it's easy for me to read people and understand whether the person is narcissistic, whether the person is treating you badly, whether that person can't be trusted and stuff like that. Love makes us blind. That's for sure. That's why very frequently when I have a conversation with, usually the first conversation I have with my clients, the kick-off consultation, I'll tell them the truth. I'll tell them what sometimes they're denying to see. I open their eyes on the true personality of their ex and really help them understand, okay, this is your boundary. You won't come across. This is why it stops. And by doing that, by the way, you regain control, you regain confidence. You can be your true self. You don't want to be with someone with whom you can't be your true self. Right? And so if you have to push yourself, if you have to pretend, if you have to come across as someone who's very much accepting, and we're going to talk about acceptance afterwards, it's not going to work. And it's exactly the same in recovery, in relationship recovery. It's even more amplified. That's why being depressed, that's why having a runny nose, crying in front of your ex will make it even worse. In a concrete way, I'm not ready to come back under any conditions. This is very important. It's a little bit like a negotiation thing. I'm not chasing you, it's up to you to fight. This applies if you had a strong relationship, if you didn't damage the relationship after the breakup, and if you do the right things, obviously, if you're listening to my tips and if you adopt the right attitude. If you're dying to get me back, I'll take my time to decide whether or not we'll get back together. Your ex is not anymore on that pedestal. You don't need them to be happy. And you're not a given, you're not on the hook. Right? And by doing that, by showing to your ex that it's hard to get you, you increase your value. You're not anymore something that you earn in a casino, something easy. You're something hard, something difficult, not hard, something difficult to get. And acceptance, I touched on that early on. There's two ways of seeing acceptance, and don't mix up those things. You have to accept the breakup. If we look at the same model as a grieving process, there's acceptance towards the end. Acceptance is very important because this is when you let go. This is when you stop ruminating. This is when you stop creating those thought process, fueling that anxiety. But when you accept the breakup, it doesn't mean you accept everything your ex does and tells you. You don't accept to be treated poorly. You don't because I know it's a feeling of rejection. Having that conversation of, listening to the person we love the most telling us, we need to end, it doesn't work, I don't want you in my life anymore. It's really tough, this feeling of rejection. And sometimes we feel like, I want to cope with that pain of rejection, and therefore I will do whatever I can to get him or her back. And when you say whatever I can, is I will comply with whatever they say. I'm going to accept whatever they say, at any condition. I will surrender. And when you do that, you let others define your worth. Don't let anyone ever define your worth. Whether it's your friends, whether it's your parents, whether it's your colleagues, your boss, myself, and not even your ex. It is very hard to understand because after a breakup, this is where we lose all our references. The confidence is from the roof to the lower ground. And we feel like, okay, life is over, my love life is dead, and and my worth is zero. But if you think about that, 1 week before the breakup, you were the same person. Think about the story you tell yourself. Think about those things. It's very important. Conclusion, and you'll see there's a surprise in the end. The less I need the other person, the greater my value will be. I'm not talking about playing games and pretending. It's really about reclaiming your value, understanding your boundaries, understanding what you want, what you don't want. It is vital. It is vital if you want to get back with your ex. It's vital if you want to have a successful relationship and secure relationship with your next partner. Next partner being potentially your ex. And you're going to ask me, okay, what's the magic SMS or the formula that I can apply to achieve this? And I'm going to reveal that in the next slide. And so the magic formula, well, there's no magic formula, unfortunately. But fortunately, is that the recipe, the ingredients and everything is you. It's you and your ability to understand how you can increase your value. Your ability to move away from those fear, from those constraints, from this idea that you have to be always saying yes, that you have to accept everything, that you have to please. You have the ability to rebuild that worth. As I discussed before, nobody can define your worth. Of course, at this stage, it's very hard. It's very difficult. You have a lot of anxiety, potentially going through depression. But it is a phase. It is a phase, and now you're facing an exciting challenge. And I know, as a matter of fact, because I help people going through this phase of growth, you'll see that by going through that journey, you'll increase your value, you'll increase your confidence, you'll be more secure, you'll understand how to create healthy relationships. You'll understand that, of course, there are compromises in a relationship. Of course, it's about communication and expressing your needs, right? And understanding your ex's needs. But it's also about you. It's also about your self-love, self-respect, and self-acceptance. If you have any question, if you want to get in touch, don't forget, you can WhatsApp me anytime. Bye-bye.
igetmyexpac.com. Everyone deserves a second chance.